If you are looking for some top sleeping in the car tips, then you've come to the right place. Here are 10 detailed tips that anyone can follow to have a comfier, safer, and more enjoyable night's sleep in their vehicle. 1. Keep warm by making a comfy bed. Making a warm bed is one of the most important sleeping in the car tips. Getting cold during the night can ruin the whole experience. When sleeping in the car, you may be tempted to lay down the front passenger seat and sleep there. This is okay. Putting the rear seats flat and making a proper bed using a sleeping bag and sleeping mat. Sleep with your feet at the back of the car. If you are tall, you may need to position yourself diagonally. 2. Find a safe place to park. When finding a safe place to park to sleep in the car, there are generally things to consider. If you can park there legally for free without receiving a ticket, how much privacy you have and how likely you are to be disturbed, and safety of the location from threats such as crime or intruders. 3. Get the best gadgets to stay entertained and comfortable. It can be a long night when sleeping in the car, so ensure you are prepared and entertained. 4. Don't leave the engine running. You may be tempted to leave the engine running to heat the car up, but do not do this. It can be dangerous because of the enclosed nature of where you are sleeping. If the air becomes contaminated with carbon monoxide, it can be extremely dangerous. It's also worth noting that leaving the engine running might get expensive. This is one of the most important sleeping in the car tips, as safety should be your priority. 5. Leave a window slightly open. To make sure you have adequate ventilation, I'd suggest having some small gaps in 1 or 2 windows. The last thing you want is to wake up uncomfortable with condensation covering the windows. Open the front 2 passenger windows slightly to let some air in. In addition, the rear passenger windows are best used to trap/hold up material to create privacy. If you have a sunroof, this is also a great way to get some ventilation without it being obvious to any other people. 6. Cover the windows to have some privacy. There are a couple of options when it comes to privacy. The most obvious one is to order a tarp and cover the entire vehicle. This is great to enclose your personal space, but it can draw attention from authorities. Cover off rear windows by hanging material. 7. Make sure it's legal to sleep in the car where you are located. In certain states in the USA, it's illegal to sleep in the car. Additionally, in Europe, it varies. The best way to find out if it's legal or not is to have a good Google search beforehand to find out. You should also try to park in a more discreet location so you are less likely to be disturbed. That being said, it is not recommended parking somewhere too quiet for safety reasons. 8. Have a story prepared in case you need to speed to the authorities. Generally speaking, it's a great idea to be reasonably well presented just in case you get approached by the authorities. It's also a great idea to have an idea in advance of what reason you are going to give for being there. You may find people that are unhappy with you sleeping there will be more reasonable with you. 9. Make sure you use the bathroom before settling for the night. There is nothing worse than finding a comfortable spot, settling into your bed only to need the loo 5 minutes after you put your head down. Make sure you find a gas station or somewhere similar to use the bathroom before you park up for the evening. 10. Consider what time you will need to wake up given your location. You need to consider how likely you are to be disturbed in the morning at your chosen location. Set your alarm early if you think it's likely that you will run into the authorities. For example, if you are in a shopping center car park, you need to be aware that it will get busy around the time the store opens. Face your car in an appropriate direction so as to give yourself the most privacy. That's all for the tips this time. If you like this video, please click the like button, share, give comment below. And support this channel by subscribing to this channel. Thank you for watching.